Hi Pisces, this is your reading with me for the 22nd to the 28th of November. I hope you are well. We are going to have a look and see what is coming through, what messages, information and clarity I can give to you for your reading. So I hope you are well, and also if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below since I do giveaways every single month. Private paid reading information is also down below. They are done within 12 to 24 hours. Everything is linked. And also, of course, there are my intention manifesting items which are handmade, they're meditated with and saged. Thousands of people have seen results with these items in their life for different intentions, and everything is on my website, which is shopmoonlightguidance.com. And of course, you can check out the review section at the bottom of my website as well. So, you know, there's jewelry pieces, there's items you can keep around you, items you can put under your pillow, you know, in your wallet, your purse, on your desk. And there's also like bracelets and anklets and necklaces and pom-poms, tassels. There's also candles, crystal, sage, and so many more items. So definitely check them out if you're interested. Actually, I'll show you the candle. Okay, we have one of them, and ta-da! These are plant-based, and they're also hand-poured and safety tested. All right, Pisces, let's have a look and see what this week brings to you. Okay. So I feel like there are some major changes here because my eyes go directly in this direction here, especially with the Six of Pentacles. There's so much more harmony, especially in your relationships. With the Seven of Wands, you're trying to get through any obstacles or challenges that have been occurring in your relationships that have been quite difficult, quite challenging, and at times quite overwhelming. You may have just thought to yourself like, oh, this is a lot to deal with and I just don't want to deal with it. But at the same time, there's a sense here of like having this fighting spirit where you're trying to also make things work. Even in regards to your career, for example, if you feel like you're not getting much respect in your career, you're feeling like I have to still work hard, I still have to keep going. You have this fighting spirit and mentality for sure. And I feel here that it really pays off in this week. Why? Because there's some kind of review or there's some kind of thought process analysis that's happening, which you know is interesting that it's happening literally after the full moon eclipse in Taurus. It's because the full moon eclipse happened happened 19th, right? 19th of November, which is interesting because the full moon energy stays until the 21st because it stays for like 48 hours, and ultimately after that we go into this week where the sun goes into Sagittarius, and it just calms a lot down. Not only calms a lot down, but it kind of fires people up to see like the truth, right? To see their vision, to see what is really in front of them. And I feel here that people are more likely to see the hard work that you put in, to see your true self, especially in relationships. If you're dating or if you're in a bit of a situationship, people are, you know, that the fog is going down, so they're much more likely to see the true and real you, which I think is amazing. We like it when people see the true you. Okay, so here we have, actually you can't even see the Knight of Swords. Let me just show you, right? Knight of Swords. There's a lot of communication here where somebody really wants to communicate with you and say like, oh, you know, would you like to do this? There's plans being made. All right, would you like to go here? Would you like to do this? Would you like to have a phone call at this time? They may even just call you spontaneously. But that's what we see there. It's a really nice energy, especially with the King of Swords, just really showcasing this positive energy here. We also have the Strength card, which I think is also absolutely stunning. This again is your strength and your courage, and the fact that you're just you know, you're just going, like you just keep going, and I think that's amazing, right? You just have this courage. Now for some of you who feel like giving up, I'd say keep going, okay? That's a pretty strong message that we do have here. Keep going, you got this. I know that sometimes you may feel like you haven't got this, but I really want to say that you have got this. You got this, you got this. Nine of Cups here as well. You feel so much more happier and so much more blessed, feeling like people are seeing you for who you are rather than who they want you to be in their mind, okay? Because you know that you're a kind, caring, genuine person who works hard, and other people sometimes are thinking, oh, like look at that person working hard just to show that they're working hard. You know, like some people can do that, and some people can say things like that and feel things like that, and now people are like, oh yeah, that person really does work hard, you know, like really does work hard. You know, some people like to hate for they just like to hate for hating's sake. It's a little bit like, actually, I was watching Formula One. I don't know if anyone else really watches the sport, but you know, there's a 7-time world champion who's going up against, you know, a young guy who's very talented. And sometimes people just like to hate the 7-time world champion just for the sake of it. And it's like, really, guys, like, really, you know. And then when they put on just a solid performance, then they realize that, oh yeah, this person actually is a 7-time world champion, you know. So, but some people just like to hate for the sake of hating, regardless, you know, and it's just one of those things where you can't always win. So try not to, right? Try not to win. That's the thing, is you got to continue to be yourself, regardless, right, of how other people see you. Because at the end of the day, you will be seen. It's just that you don't need to try so hard to be seen, right? You just got to continue. You just got to power through being yourself, doing what you can, and putting in the work that you know you have the ability to do. That's it. You don't need to be trying so hard to be seen. And I also mean this as well, if some of you are dating, right, you don't need to make it so obvious that you are there. The reason I say that is because the right person is going to find you regardless. If you feel like you're in a situation, right, a situationship, where you always have to try so hard to get their attention, or to make a date, or to have a conversation, I think it's really important to recognize that that can just make you feel not like yourself, right? And you want to be as closely aligned to yourself, because that's where the magic happens. Do you take care of yourself and the universe shapes itself around you? If you go far from yourself, what actually ends up happening is the opposite. You start to then also feel worse. So definitely think about that too. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles on the other side. What we have here is financial stability and growth. Actually, I just pulled another card. See, in your work environment, you're being a lot more looked at and seen, but in the right ways, where people are thinking, oh, maybe I should give you this extra project, extra responsibility, maybe we should enter you for this opportunity, for example, if you're studying. And I just feel with the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, there is some kind of financial growth. You are feeling a bit spendy, okay, a little bit spendy in this week. It's not a terrible thing, right? I mean, you kind of got to spend something at some point, right? Whether that's even just normal basic things like food and things like that, maybe. I mean, some of you might be sort of living with parents and things like that, but you have something to spend, basically. I see that here, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, but you're feeling stable, okay? So that's another thing to keep in mind. Your finances aren't heavily affected from what I see this week. Yeah, there's balance and stability. You're spending here and there, but it's not making a huge dent. But you are also thinking about a bigger purchase, which I think is interesting. Do I feel like you're going to do it in this week? I don't think so, but I do feel here that there is something bigger you're thinking about. A lot of you are concentrating on financial stability. It's an area of your life that you really just want to get together, so I can understand that. Yep, Queen of Pentacles. We see here again, you're really just focusing on your self-worth. And your net worth. Your self-worth, more so than your net worth. But see, the Lovers here as well. Be you, you know, don't be afraid of space and time. Don't be afraid of like having differences with another person. It's actually what makes you you, and at the end of the day, it's what really attracts you to the right person anyways. Like, always keep that in mind, right? If you go so far away from yourself trying to please somebody else, you're actually going far from you, and that just, you know, doesn't feel good for you. Ace of Wands here. There is some kind of like intimacy and attraction that I do pick up on, especially with the Queen of Cups as well. You feel quite happy in your environment. You feel quite good within yourself. You've got 3 queens, right? The Queen of Swords is really about boundaries, and you're just not bending them for anyone, which I think is amazing, because actually, do you know what? Sometimes that goes against you, and then it does this whole thing where you're trying to prove yourself all the time. The good news here is that you're trying to do the best that you can. You're trying to put yourself first. You're trying to look after yourself, and it's really working in your favor. 6 of Cups, someone here romantically does have interest towards you, like we saw here. And also Ace of Cups, there's a huge potential that someone here does want to open up to you and romantically kind of engage with you. So that's another thing. But there could also be like an invitation or an opening, because you got 3 aces and also the Lovers, right? So I do feel like there is romantic attraction towards you. Whew, I feel like I'm a little bit speechless here, but I think the beautiful thing is that you are just not wanting to, you're not wanting to like prove yourself, right? You're not like, oh, look at me, I'm so kind. You're just sitting there, you're minding your own business, you're working really hard, you're doing you, you're being yourself, and this actually is attracting what you want to you. And I think that's it, right? I know it seems mind-blowing at the end of the day, like all you have to do is do you, but that's it. That is the golden goose. That's the golden fish, Pisces. That's the golden fish. But yeah, the major changes in abundance, right? With stability here and opportunities, that's also abundance. But also, you feeling respected for who you are is also abundance, right? Because I feel like sometimes you feel so like you try so hard to be seen. And then obviously, we just see here this absolutely stunning energy where, you know, it's kind of shocking to think that you could just be you and that works in your favor. And that's it. That's it. All you have to do is you have to do you. And that seems shocking, but it's so true. So this is your reading. Of course, I hope this really resonated with you. Of course, if you want to claim it as well, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, of course. And yeah, definitely check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, intention items, which are on my website as well if you wanted to check those out. Everything's there. I also have TikTok and Instagram if you're interested in those. And I will see you all very, very soon. Definitely, yeah, definitely take care, everyone.